Afternoon, please. What's your name?
My name is Palmer.
Hama. Okay. How do you rate the use of illicit drugs in our society today?
I'd say it's something that's actually increasing drastically due to the new upcoming youths that are coming in with low proper home training and stuff like that, and with the new trends that are going on, so it's kind of affecting them, causing the rates to actually go up drastically.
Okay. What do you think can be done to reduce drug abuse by Nigerian youths?
Well, I think there are organizations that have actually been put in place to stop these things, but they are not doing their jobs properly. So I think we can start from there, whereby people that are actually moving drugs in through either road transport or through airline transport are actually properly searched and it is disposed of when found and not being resold to the youths. And also for the youth that are even taking, I think some are below the age to actually do stuff like that. And I think we can start from there through investigations and to avoid people who actually give and sell these things to the youths to stop them. I think that's it. Yeah.
So, how do you rate the use of illicit drug in our society today?
Kind of drugs
Drugs,
generally.
hard drugs.
Okay, hard drugs. Given the circumstance of things in this society, I think a lot of people engage in tedious works and all the rest. So a lot of people actually feel like that's the only way to conveniently do their daily job and still continue the next day. So I think it's on the high.
Okay. How do you rate the use of illicit drugs in our society today?
Well, that's caused a lot of damages. I think it's bad. It's bad
Why do you say it's bad?
because nothing good comes out of drug. You can see, okay, the psychiatric hospital, most of it is it's filled with drug addicts. Because there's something about addiction that if you go into it, it's very hard for you to come out. So it's bad, yeah, in my own.
How do you rate the use of illicit drugs in our society today?
Use of what?
Illicit drugs in our society today.
Okay, illicit drugs has been a major problem in Nigeria for a long time. Well, in my community, there's a lot of illicit drugs going around behind the scene that nobody knows. But still, yes, even though even the cops are trying to find a way to reduce the drugs or even stop it, it's impossible. Because even the police safe, they're even part of the association, like part of the group of, because they do come monthly to collect the like their own percentage from the dealer or something like that. So I would say it's going to be difficult for the curbing of the drugs because since the police authorities, is part of them is part of it. So I think that would be my say for that.
How do you rate the use of illicit drug in our society today?
Ma, come again.
How do you rate the use of illicit drugs in our society today?
Okay, I'll rate it very high, especially among the youths, the young ones.
Okay. How do you rate the use of illicit drugs in our society today? How do you rate the use of illicit drugs in our society today? Yes. Hard drugs.
It's very, very bad. So, hard drugs look like prescribing drugs for yourself, self prescription. So, it's very, very bad. So, I advise everybody to abstain from it.
What's the rate in society? Is it high or is it low?
Yes, it's high.
Okay, why do you say it's high?
Because I've seen most guys abuse drugs. That's why I said it's high, because I've seen most people do it.
How do you rate the use of illicit drugs in our society today?
Again,
How do you rate the use of illicit drugs in our society today?
on the scale of how many?
Just rate it.
Okay, I think out of 100, I'll say 90. The rate of illicit drug, because it's on the high in Nigeria, especially because you see a lot of persons using hard drug, especially students. So the rate over 100, I'll give it a 90. And most of them because of they feel like when they take the hard drugs, it enable them to, most of the time they suffer with shyness, especially with boys, and so they want to appear bolder. Most of them they feel like okay, if they use it, then it can help them cram more books and perform better in exams and all of that. So it's on a high, especially among youth. So 90 out of 100.
How effective do you think this plan you just said will work?
If it is followed properly, I'd say it is 100% foolproof if because everything has a root. So if the root, which is the higher ups, where it starts from, which are the people that are actually supposed to do their jobs by preventing these drugs from getting to the population, actually take part in their duties on the day-to-day life of citizens, it should actually work very well for everyone. Yeah, it's foolproof. It's foolproof.
So, what do you think can be done to reduce drug abuse by Nigerian youths?
Well, I think firstly, if they can probably increase the price, then maybe restrict some of them or limit them to only hospitals, and maybe make them scarce in pharmacies so they can't be easily accessible. So maybe that would help.
So you feel to be effective.
I feel like if the price is high, a lot of people are actually avoiding high price. So if you do that kind of tedious job, you won't spend the money to go and buy drugs. You spend the money to eat instead.
What do you think can be done to reduce drug abuse by Nigerian youths?
Well, I would say creation of a neighborhood police services or security to like go house to houses to like check for illicit stuff.
And you feel to be effective?
Yeah, to be very effective. Because as it is, even in Benin, where I stay, and there are some people that involve themselves in weed smoking and the rest. So it's, I think neighborhood security will be best for anything.
So, what do you think can be done to reduce drug abuse by Nigerian youths?
First, I say that would be first of all that would be a difficult task because even though we find a way to curb it, there will still be a way. There will still be a way it's going to arise again. But for me, that the way it can be curbed is that the police have to take their job seriously. They have to stop um, the blackmailing and the stop the associationship with the dealers. They have to go straight to their jobs and put them into custody. Anyone doing this, they should get anyone arrested. Anyone selling it or taking it, they should be arrested. So I would say my the motive should be on the police. The police they should take their jobs very seriously, and at least I think that will reduce the rate of drugs of illicit drugs in Nigeria.
Okay, how effective do you think this your solution will be?
How effective? As in, I don't understand. Sorry.
How effective do you think this your solution about police not joining them will be?
Okay. If the police is not if the police is not pertaining with this with the association with the activities, at least there'll be like an hierarchy like the if there's a prosecution for those that take these drugs like a really serious prosecution, then I think it will reduce the rates of the use of the illicit drugs. Yeah.
What do you think can be done to reduce drug abuse by Nigerian youths?
Okay, for me, what can be done? I think number one, as a youth, you have to be disciplined. Then number two, our parents too have a role to play in our upbringing because some of these things our youth do, they learnt it from other people. So what I believe is proper upbringing, self-discipline, and another thing is those people selling it. I think they should ban them in Nigeria to actually curb it completely.
What do you think can be done to reduce drug abuse by Nigerian youths?
What can be done? It still has for us working upon ourselves, working with ourselves. Like we should just abstain from it. I beg. I don't know what to say.
What do you think can be done to reduce drug abuse by Nigerian youths?
Okay. It is picking out those youths themselves and using them to talk to other youths. Like, imagine a youth telling the other youth, okay, do not take drug. Like, okay, you can actually learn this book. You can actually read and understand. You don't have to take drugs to read and perform well in exam. And taking drugs does not just make you very bold. It's just for a minute. And after that minute, then you come back to normal. And it does not really and most of the time they use it because of the problem at the moment. And if you just take it, yes, for that moment you feel okay and you forget about your problem. But the next minute, when you're okay back, you get to see the problem. And that's just it. So using the youth should advocate, should campaign around the whole school. So I feel like a campaign will go a long way, and pasting posters around, and then somebody talking about it frequently, like, okay, this is the danger. When they get to, if you inform them of the danger, I feel like information will make them not to adopt healthy lifestyle. So that's my opinion.
Okay, thank you so much for your time.